Hey, what's up everyone? It's been a while, and I'm very sorry I haven't made a video in a long time. I've been sick, shit in my life has been like hell right now, so I had to recover from allergies. I'm recovering a little bit, but moderate wise, I'm like moderate, a little bit above, but not too much above. But I was better uh, comparing the last 3 days. Like the last 3 days have been a living hell for me. You know, I I have not been on Last Cloudia in a very long time, as you could tell. Like there is some things I still gotta bring up. Um, yeah, honestly, to be for serious, I've been sick for 4 days, man. It's just because of allergies. It's been insane for me right now. I just can't believe how hard this hit me this year. Um, it has nothing to do with the corona or anything. It's just my allergies are just acting up more than usual. I was thinking about taking allergy pills. Um, Something like this has hit me a while back, as hard as it did. But I think this year has been. I don't think it's. I think it's been the same, honestly. Like a couple years back, I got hit hard with allergies, where I had the chills. I had really bad headaches. I had a lot of stuff happen to me. It was insane, honestly. I literally could not stand I can't stand allergies in general. They're just so bad. Um, I think it's more. It could have been the cold or something, or just allergies. I think it's little bit of mix, because when I had the cold, okay, I literally had chills. No much how like it doesn't matter how much I threw on me, right? Like with blankets or anything like that, they didn't work. I literally had to bring out the freaking heater just so I can stand and tolerate the chills. Um, it worked, honestly. Bringing out the heater and putting at least a blanket, not a blanket over it for too long, because obviously it'll catch on fire, but just enough to make yourself warm and whatnot. But yeah, I haven't been logging on Last Cloudia a lot, because it kind of sucked, because when you read the notifications, it says, it's like, anniversaries here, new characters. Log in to get bonus crystals and things like that for your daily logins. And I'm like, oh my god, like I'm looking at my phone and I just don't really want to hit the game and do the logins and do my dailies, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going back to bed. So I literally, with the Pixel phone, I literally have to turn my phone upside down to don't disturb, because I already have bad enough sleep as it is, where I cannot sleep very good. So I'm more of a toss and turner in bed, because I just could not, I just can't sleep. I just can't. It just doesn't work with me. There are some medications out there that don't work with me either, unless they're really, 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 really strong and they're prescribed by a doctor. Like over-the-counter kind of medicines do not work. I can't. It doesn't work. Like they require you to take one, right, when it comes down towards the over-the-counter medication for sleep. Like one will not knock me out. Not even one. Like I don't care how strong it is. It will knock me out. It probably give me like a 2 hour rest, and then after that, I literally can't sleep. Like there's just not. It's just not gonna happen. Like I've been blowing my nose nonstop. I literally had a half a trash can full of just, you know, blowing my nose and stuff coming out of it. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I literally, when I went to the doctor's like, yeah, you might have strep, because the back of your throat is like really really red, or you're gonna have COVID, because people, they're like, they first asked me, did you get your COVID shot? And I'm like, no, I have not got my COVID shot. And they're like, okay, Have you ever been around people for the past month or anyone around you that you know of that had COVID? And I'm like, no, I have not been around anyone with COVID in the past month. No, I have not had anyone that had COVID. They're like, okay, do you feel weak? Do you feel dizzy? Do you feel lightheaded? Do you have pressure coming on your head? I'm like, I have a little bit of pressure coming on my head. But I think it's just because of allergies. And they're like, okay. And they're like, all right, do you have chills? Do you have like a temperature? I'm like, I have a little bit of chills going on here, but not bad. And they're like, okay. So I think what you have, they were like telling me, I think you have COVID-19, and the reason why they said this is because I didn't get the shot, so they just assume it. So I'm like, oh, okay. So this is crazy because the last facility I went to go get a test for COVID, they only took one tube and stuffed it up my nose, okay? But this one decided we're gonna take this one thing and stuff it up both your noses. And when I heard that, I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I barely made through one. And they're like, yep. So they took two tests. They took the one that was for the strep throat and the other for COVID-19. And they're like, okay, so which one do you want to do? I'm like, all right, let's get the hard one out of the way, which is obviously the one sticking the thing up your nose. The I don't know what to call it, like what. But anyways, whatever that thing is called, is stick up your nose. I'm like, okay, let's just get that out of the way, and we'll go for the strep throat. And they're like, okay. So I'm like, how fast do you could do it? And they're like, well, it's depending if you struggle or not. And I'm like, okay. But if I don't struggle, how long do I not need to struggle? Is pretty much what I was asking. 3 seconds up top. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, so the girl decides like, okay, are you ready? And I'm like, yeah, I'm mentally prepared right now. So let's get this over with. So she's like, okay. She's like laughs a little bit and she just goes in, right? And right now, she's like swiping around and all that stuff, and I'm like pounding my fucking leg because I just don't like that feeling, okay? And she pulls out. I'm like, holy shit, my eyes are literally tearing up because obviously you're going so deep to touch my brain to swipe around, and I'm like, god damn, that was not fun. She's like, okay, you ready for the next one? I'm like, hold on. Give me a second because I need to recover from this a little bit, okay? So she's like, okay. I'm like, all right. Can you give me a tissue? Because my eyes are literally watering because obviously, you know, going so far deep in my nose. So she gives me a tissue. I wipe my eyes a little bit because obviously the watering. And she's like, okay, are you ready? I'm like, yep, go for it. And so she goes really deep, and I'm once again hitting my leg with my fist really hard because of how bad this is. So she finally completes it, and I'm like, god, like, this is not fun. So she's like, yeah, I understand. So she goes for the strep throat next. I'm like, okay, you ready for strep throat? Swab? I'm like, yeah, I suppose so. So let's go ahead and get that over with. So I'm like, obviously mentally prepare myself for this incoming attack from the swabs. And so she goes ahead, grabs her thing, and just gets ready to do so. She's like, I'm gonna touch the back of your throat, so you're gonna have to be ready for this, okay? I'm like, okay. So she grabs the swab. She goes really deep, like real deep. I'm not talking about like at the back. She went really back there, and I really coughed. Like I coughed. I'm like, holy shit! I didn't think you could go that really. I didn't think you could go that deep. She's like, yep. So I'm like, all right, let's go again. And so she goes in the back. I didn't cough this time, but I was just, oh god, dude, seriously, 2 tests in a row. The strep throat and the COVID-19 was just not fun. That was, dude, this year has started off like shit. It's getting worse, and it's not like the world around me is getting worse. It's more the fact that your lifestyle has gotten like a little bit weird. I don't know if you want to consider it worse, but like any changes that you don't like, and it's okay. Things we don't like is fine because it makes sense. We then can fix those issues that can make it work with our lifestyle. Changes depends on how it could help other people that benefits others and everything around it. Now, if it's only benefiting certain things, okay, like your personal life, but no one else's, then that's an issue. That's not a good change. It's a horrible change. But that's just my idea in life, honestly. Then again, I'm probably just right now. I'm just hooked. I don't want to say I'm hooked on medication, but like the medication is just like talking right now. So I'm just rambling out of my ass, to be fair. After this dungeon, it is nearly up 10 minutes. I want to keep it nice and short, especially if it's just gonna be rant videos and nothing about talking about characters and review of those characters. Terribly sorry. Like I said, I am sick. I'm not like joking. It's been like fucking garbage right now for the last week or so. Not be able to do anything. I'm in pretty much just laying in bed. Once in a while I get up to play a game and I feel like shit. And I go back to bed and I sleep for another like 9 hours or 10 depending on what time I went to bed. I'm not really keeping track of that, to be fair. After that, you go to bed again. Yeah, so on and so forth for 4 days. Sorry, I'm just sending a text message out. Like, I'm sorry, dudes. Like, I'm not even here right now. I just want to be in bed after this game. So I think I just got that rant out of the way over where I've been for the last 4 days. Had my logging in. People that had me added. Probably. Oh my god, my voice cracked. Probably wondering where I'm at. You know, what I've been doing. Am I playing this game? I am playing this game. There's no way I could have been playing this game when I'm freaking sick. Especially the way I felt. You know, the way I felt was pretty bad. After this, probably gonna go back to bed, rest up, and then I have work later on. Yeah, but yeah, both of my test results did come back at negative at the end of this story. Right here. They came out negative, so we're good. I don't have strep. I don't have COVID-19. So your packages are safe, okay? No need to worry. But yeah, guys, it's pretty cool to catch up with you guys if you still watch to this very end of the show, or video, I should say. Have a wonderful day and be safe. If you have any tips for me, feel free to tell me, let me know. And yeah, see you later.